Ebum Abuja. But most times na makoma ezi maka na ana patako ihe neri n'ezi. Abụ ihe na-ekwu investment banker. Investment banking is a specialty that is a product of the capital markets, in which we try to raise money for companies and governments to fund their operations, in which we also help savers to save and invest and create wealth for themselves using any of the products in the capital market. Is different from banking or the normal commercial banks that you know, because what we are focused on is essentially investment management, either as shares, either as bonds, either as mutual funds, and what have you, that operates within the capital market. So my job also involves financial advisory, wealth creation, opportunity, wealth management, wealth transfer, and all that. So that's what, and I work with a company named Cowrie Asset Management Limited, where I'm currently a senior vice president. I Jerimun for primary school na Mizamambala, and he from Denje secondary school na St. Augustine Seminary Zambo, Bahopu local government. From there, I also went to Academy and Federal Polytechnic and Gua Computer Science. Me and my HND in Federal Polytechnic offer, where I did computer science too. So initially, I started as a computer engineer, software engineer, and I started working with a company called Computer Warehouse PLC in 1999. When I got there, I noticed that the school curriculum was different from what it was being applied in the society. So I had to retool myself by going to the library, pattern the textbooks on Visual Basic, which was the programming language in vogue then, and had to teach myself Visual Basic. So within months, I became quite good in programming. And I shone India for training with Infosys to come and implement a banking application in Ekofinaco. So because of how good I was at the programming language and database management, so in Sokodundan they extended it to India in year 2000, and when we came back, I brought the project manager for Ochoni Bank Finaco implementation in 2001. In the course of doing that, I realized that I needed to upskill if I needed to rise in that profession. So I started doing professional certifications in IT. I'm an Oracle certified database administrator. I'm an AIX operating system certified administrator. So that led to me becoming one of the specialists in banking application. And because I was quite good, I kept jumping from one bank to the other. So most times, if I indicate my card today, one is match, another card they change here. So I had worked in from Computer Warehouse. I moved to ACB International Bank. From ACB International Bank, I moved to Assurance Bank in 2003. I was in Assurance Bank for 2 years when Soludo came and did the banking consolidation, and they affected the bank. But in the course of working in the bank, in the course of the implementation of the software in Oceanic Bank and First Inland Bank, in Standard Trust Bank, where I was all involved, the technical work, IT is about solutions IT is about creating solutions to issues. So in the course of doing that, I realized that I cannot be good in my job unless I understood what we were trying to use IT to automate. So I'm trying to automate this thing. So I'm trying to automate banking processes. So I must also know banking processes. I must also know the banking activities. So in the course of asking questions, I'm a curious person. I noticed that I wasn't getting the right answers I was getting. So I decided to now learn finance and banking. So in the course of doing that work, I was now doing an MSc program in finance in Lagos State University, and then also did a professional certification in stockbroking, in investment management. So by 2004, March 2004, I had qualified as a chartered stockbroker. And in the course of the exams in 2003, level 2 exams, I was the best in the nation. I was the overall best. So I have an award for it. So I passed all my exams all in one sitting. So they were all self-taught. So I became a chartered stockbroker since 2004. So at the time, Assurance Bank didn't meet up with the consolidation in December 2005. I left them to join an investment banking outfit called Future View Securities. So I was a manager in Future View Securities from 2006. I was in Future View Securities for 6 months. FCMB came calling. So I joined FCMB as a deputy manager, head of database administration. Remember I told you I want to own certification in Oracle database management.
Yes.
So I became head of database administrations and Finaco support in FCMB. While there, after about 3 months again, Spring Bank needed a specialist who could help them consolidate their database, because Spring Bank was a merger of 6 banks. 6 banks merged to form Spring Bank, and they had disparate systems, different database systems in different structures and file systems, and they needed to bring all of them. And they also adopted Finaco, which was where I was well versed in. So I led the data migration and implementation of Finaco in Spring Bank in 2006. So I was in Spring Bank from 2006 to January 2008, when I just felt that I have enough knowledge in finance, I have knowledge in investment banking, and it's an area I noticed that a lot of people are not very conversant with, and not people are. So I just think I needed to do more advocacy in financial literacy, and it was better for me to leave an IT job for me and then move over to investment management, financial investment management. So that way, what the decision that led me to leave my core discipline that was computing to finance. But as at that point, I already had an MSc in finance. I was already a chartered stockbroker, and moving to investment management, I was already groomed and qualified to do that. In fact, I joined Cowrie Asset, where I currently work, as an assistant vice president in 2008. I've been there from 2018 now, and I've grown from assistant vice president to vice president to now a senior vice president. And I'm the most senior employee in the firm. Every other person above me is a director. I have only 2, the managing director and the executive director. Aside from them, I'm the topmost person. And I have a responsibility for the upcountry operations. So I cover Port Harcourt, I cover Abuja, and I'm also responsible for IT department. So those are the departments that report to me directly in Cowrie Asset.